This conference will now be recorded.
So the batch file as a script to start the server, correct? That's why when you run the batch file, the server is getting started. So here in this batch file, what is the script in the batch file? So if you look at this, it is checking. This is the script in the batch file, correct?
Yes.
Yes, Ram.
Control F. Okay, 1 second. When you run this batch file, let's see what's happening in the catley. So when you run the batch file, what is happening is it is setting the it's setting one variable called Catalina underscore home. In that variable, it is giving the current directory as the value in this variable current directory. Whatever the current directory, that is the Catalina underscore home variable is having. And here, what you're inside the current directory, you have a bin folder. Obviously, you have a bin folder in the current directory inside which you have a catalina.batch file. So when you run the startup.batch file, it is running the catalina.batch file, correct? So let
Yes.
us see what is there in the catalina.batch file. So in the current working directory, in the bin folder, catalina.batch file. So this is the batch. When you run the startup.batch file, it internally triggers catalina.batch file, correct? Let us open that and see what is there inside that. So in the catalina.batch file, the green color is commented code. So don't worry about the commented code. Java underscore home. Yeah. So you have to define what is Java underscore home. Okay, you have to define what is Java underscore home and what is JRE underscore home. You have to define these variables. You have to define these variables Java underscore home and JRE underscore home. So let us go and define that in the environment variables. I hope everyone knows how to set the environment variables.
Yes.
So edit uh, okay environment variables. So edit the system environment variables. So go to the environment variables. So here I already have Java underscore home and JRE underscore home set in my laptop. So you also, if it is not set it, so just go and click new and Java underscore home all uppercase, and wherever is JDK is installed, so just point to the JDK, and JRE underscore home is also it should also point to the same folder JDK only. C drive software's JDK folder it has to point. So both Java underscore home and JRE underscore home should point to the same directory wherever your JDK is installed. So now can you do that, Sashidhar? I'll make you as a presenter.
Yes, Ramji.
Make presenter. So just click new Java underscore home all uppercase, and where is your JDK install? Show me in the softwares folder. Show me that. C drive. Oh, you captured in program files. Okay.
JDK. Yes.
Yeah, JDK. That's all. Just point to that. Okay. Just hmm, just paste that C drive JDK and paste that and copy that and paste it.
This entire link.
Yeah. Copy that and close that window. Yeah. C drive JDK. That's all. Okay. And again click new JRE underscore home and again paste that. Just copy. Already you copied. Just paste it.
Okay, same JDK file only.
Same thing. Yeah. Okay. So just click OK and OK. Okay. Now close the window. Close the command prompt and open the command prompt again. Did you open with the administrator? Run as administrator. Close it and run as administrator. Just CMD. When you get that, just right click on that. Right click on that and run as administrator. Okay. So go to that, navigate to the directory. What are you doing? CD space C drive.
That's it.
Now you may don't remove the caps lock first. CD space C drive. C drive colon C colon C colon slash. Okay. Now where is your Tomcat server? In the so CD softwares CDs CD space just type as 1 second. Just type as tab yeah, enter. Okay, CD space just type a tab yeah, enter. CD space a tab. There is a CD bin, not a bin. So start up that batch file. Yeah, yes, tab. Yeah, no, not service.batch file. Start up that batch again tab.
Okay,
No,
okay.
just type s and tab again tab. Yeah, enter.
Got it.
Just click allow access. So on what port number server started for you?
290 8009
No, that is AJP port number. I'm talking about HTTP port number.
8080
HTTP port number is 8080, right?
8080. Yeah.
So your server started on 8080. Now did you create a dynamic web project?
No, Ramji.
You should have done this. You should have done that, right? When you're stuck with server, you should have developed first. You develop the application, then you have to keep the application inside the server. Please make the WAR file ready first. Once the WAR file is ready, then when the server is started, you can just keep deploy the WAR file in the server, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you should not waste the time like this. When you're stuck with something, you have to do something else.
Actually, yesterday I did not join the class, so today morning only I have gone through
Okay.
recording and I
And
started.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, make sure you're joining the classes and don't miss the classes.
Okay, Ramji.
Okay, did any now Sanjita, can you solve your problem? Sanjita and Raj, can you solve your problem?
Try
Yes,
that.
Ram, I got it right now.
Yeah.
My server is started.
So everyone has to set the variable Java underscore home and JRE underscore home. You have to set the environment variables. See, when you get some error, then you will come to know how to. Then you have to research how to resolve that error. Then you will understand something. If you don't get any error, you don't understand anything. You have to get errors. I expect you to get the error. Then only you can learn something. Okay. So let me share the screen. So Lakshman, did you practice the things?
Islam here, but I didn't get an option called dynamic web.
Okay, that is the next one. So when you people downloaded the Eclipse, Manasa, did you download the Eclipse now?
Yes,
Manasa,
Ramji, I did.
you got the
I
dynamic.
did, but I did the old one, which I already had. So I think I have to download the other one. I mean, I don't know what to download. I just did Eclipse J2EE downloads, then there I downloaded the file.
See, everyone able to see my screen, right? So when you download the Eclipse, you have to download the proper Eclipse. If you download just the Java download, see, because Eclipse has various downloads. Eclipse download. If you say Eclipse download, go to this Eclipse downloads. So which Eclipse you downloaded? An Oxygen or what? Indigo or Oxygen?
Indigo.
Eclipse Indigo download. When you say Eclipse Indigo download, when you go here, this is for Java EE developers. But if you download this classic version, if you download the Eclipse Classic, then definitely you don't see the dynamic web project. It will just have the Java features. It doesn't have the all the JTU features. If you want to have JTU features, you have to download this particular Eclipse IDE for Java EE developer. You should not download this. I believe
Okay.
most of the people might have downloaded this, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, see, I think you people might have downloaded this or this, I think. If you download Java developers and classic version or C++ developers or any other developers, you don't get those dynamic web project features. So you have to download this particular version, Windows 64-bit version. I believe everyone's laptop is 64-bit operating system, right?
Yes.
If you know how to check the bit, what bit so just click on computer, right click on computer. There is computer. This PC, right click on this PC. Otherwise, go to the C drive, this PC, right click here, properties, properties on this PC. Here you can see 64-bit operating system, right? So yours is a Windows laptop and 64-bit operating system. So yeah, so you have to download the Eclipse IDE for Java developers, Java EE developers for 64-bit. So did you download now? Will you download now, Mansa? So
Okay,
please start trigger the download. So by the time the class is completed, the download will be completed.
Okay.
Everyone, please trigger the download now, right away. Don't waste the time. Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers. So what you have to do is just click Eclipse Indigo download and go to this website. In the Google Eclipse Indigo download, go to this website and Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers. Download this Windows 64-bit operating system. Any other questions for today? Everyone trigger the download.
Yes. I did.
Any other questions? Any other problems you people faced? And Pavani, you didn't practice the class, Pavani?
No, Ramji.
And what about it, Tejaswini? Tejaswini? Tejaswini, can you hear me? Ram and Nikhil? Ram?
No, Ramji, I got the same error. Then I went to Google to resolve this, but I couldn't actually. It showed me.
If any one of you face any problems while practicing the things, please text me. Please text me when you're facing some problems. Okay? So don't waste the time.
Ramji, in my Eclipse dynamic web project is there. So I
I
downloaded.
think means you downloaded the right version, you need not download it again.
Yeah.
Okay. So Now let me start today's class. C drive, softwares. So yesterday we learned about what is meant by form tag and what is meant by table tag, how to create a HTML, how to create a table in the HTML, what is meant by action tag and all these things. So let us try to learn few more tags in HTML today. Okay. So so for the form tag, instead of form tag, what I'll do is, okay, let me think about an example what to talk. Login.html is not required. You just enter username and password. Welcome. Okay. So I'll give action equal to welcome.html. Action equal to welcome.html. In this welcome.html, I will hello, welcome to my website. Okay. So this is the welcome.html file. In the login.html, so I gave form action equal to welcome.html. So when you submit the form, when you enter the username and password, and when you click on submit button, so the request will go to the welcome.html page, correct? So let me build the war file. Export as war file desktop, finish, and let me copy that war file, copy, and let me paste it in C drive, softwares, Apache Tomcat, in the web apps folder. I have to place it in the web apps folder. I have to remove this previous things. All these war files are not required from me. Should delete. So let me paste the latest war file, first web application.war file, and let me start the server. Let me start the server, startup.batch file. So server is started. Now let me send a request, http 10.0.0.182 port number 8090 / first web application / login.html. So I got the username, password, and login button. So I'll enter some username, enter some password. When I click login, I got hello, welcome to my website. Correct? Agreed, because it went to the welcome. The request goes to the welcome.html. After the context path, the URL is added as after the context path in the URL. So this particular thing is added because you told action equal to welcome.html. Any questions here? Yesterday we discussed this already. Correct?
Yes.
Yes,
So
Ramji.
now when I enter another username, for example, if I enter Ramji, I'm trying to log in into this website. I'm giving some password. So when I click login, I'm getting the same thing. Hello, welcome to my website. Correct? And suppose when you enter some other username and password, maybe 3 month password is something. So click login. You're getting hello, welcome to my website. So whichever the user is trying to log in, you are getting hello, welcome to my website. Correct? Because when you get the login.html, when you enter username and password, and when you click on login button, so it is taking you to the welcome.html page, because that is how you have written in the HTML file. In the HTML file, when you click on the submit button, the form tag, when you're submitting the form, When you're submitting the form, the action that you specified is welcome.html. That is why it is taking you to welcome.html, correct? With whatever might be the username and password, correct? And in the welcome.html, every time you request the welcome.html, you're getting this page, hello, welcome to my website. So can I say that this welcome.html page is a static web page? It's a static web page because every time you request the welcome.html, it is always giving the same content. Hello, welcome to my website. It is not giving the dynamic content. For example, when I log in with my username Ramji and my password, when I click login, so if I get hello Ramji, welcome to my website. Suppose if Srimant enter his username and password, so suppose if he gets hello Srimant, welcome to my web page. It's a dynamic content. It's not a static content because every time you log in, you're getting a different content. So when I log in, I'm getting hello Ramji. When Srimant log in, he's getting hello Srimant. When Manasa log in, she's getting hello Manasa. Correct? So it's a dynamic content. If the same welcome.html page, can produce the content, can produce the output, can give the content in a dynamic way, then it is called dynamic page. But right now it's a static page. Agreed?
Yes.
Right now this
Yes.
welcome.html is a static web page. It's a static web page. It's not a dynamic web page. Because the web, this is first of all, will you agree this is a web page? Whatever the things I see on the screen, whatever the things I see in the browser, that is a web page, correct? HTML is a web page, correct? The HTML file contains a web content, the content that needs to be displayed in the browser, correct?
Yes.
So right now this can I say that HTML technology is a static web page? I mean, this particular technology is used to generate static web pages. Will you agree to that? Because in the whatever the content is there in the HTML, that content will be displayed. The content cannot be changed dynamically, right?
Yes, sir.
So HTML is a technology which is used to generate the static web pages. But in real time, any web application that you develop, any website that you develop, you see a dynamic content. Agreed? For example, in the Facebook application, so I when I log in with my username and password, I will see my friends list, I will see my photos, I will see my messages. I don't see the other person's messages, right?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, when you log in, you will see your friends list and your messages and your everything is related to you. So it means that every time, so whichever the person is logging in, so it is showing the content of that person. It's a dynamic web page, correct? The web page is a dynamic web page, not a static web page, correct?
Yes, sir.
So in real time, all the websites that you see is a dynamic web applications. They are dynamic web applications. They are not the static web applications, correct?
Yes.
So HTML is a technology which is used to generate the static web pages. But how to generate the dynamic web pages? How to generate the dynamic web pages? For generating the dynamic web pages, there is a technology called servlets. There's a technology called servlets to generate the dynamic web pages. I hope everyone understood what is the use of servlets now. So servlets is a
Yeah.
technology which is used to generate the dynamic web pages. Any questions here?
No doubt.
No.
Okay, so as part of this course, we are going to learn about servlets. But before learning servlets, so let us try to complete the HTML first. Let us try to learn how to generate the static web pages. Then we will see how to generate the dynamic web pages. Okay, so in HTML there are so many things pending now. We have discussed only few things. We discussed how to create a table and how to submit a button, how to submit the form, and all these action attributes, all these things we discussed. Let us discuss few more things. So for example, in the welcome.html, if you say hello, welcome to my website, then if you want to display few links, maybe Just hold on, I'll explain this. Hold on.
Please leave a message.
Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so we are learning about the other tags in HTML. I hope everyone is there in the class, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me write one profile. I'll talk about what is this tag called A. I'll explain what is this tag called A now. So let me create few more HTML files. New other HTML file. So what HTML file I want? Course.html. So maybe course.html. Finish. And let me create one more HTML file called profile.html. New other HTML file profile.html. .html. Okay. So in the course.html, the list of courses are the list of courses are, so I will say another list. I'll talk about all these tags. What is this tags? I'll talk about it. So there is a list tag, maybe Java, and there is Oracle, okay, and there is HTML, okay, and the profile.html. So you can say the profile information is maybe I'll leave it like this for time being, and let me, otherwise I'll say this is a profile page or something like that. This is a profile page. Okay, so now let me build this up, export this as a war file, export as a war file. Next, so first web application.war, finish. Let me stop the server, Control C, let me stop the server, and go and delete this first web application and first web application.war file. Now go and copy the latest war file. This is the latest war file, copy and paste it in web apps folder. I paste in web apps folder. I start the server. Correct?
Yeah.
I hope everyone remember these steps. Now when you start the server, just go and hit the URL. First I have to give login.html, login.html. I got username and password. When I click on login button, hello, welcome to my website, and I get courses and profile hyperlinks, right? I got hyperlinks. I hope everyone know what is meant by hyperlink. For example, if you go to any website, so www.wellsfargo.com, this is hyperlink. Did you see the link here? When you click here, then it is spinning and it opened a new HTML file, right? When you click on that link, you got a new HTML, new web page on the screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so similarly, this is the hyperlink I created. This is the link I created. This is the first link and this is the second link. When I click on this link, I'll get the course.html. So the list of courses is, these are the list of courses, correct? Go back, and when you click on the profile link, you'll get this is a profile page. It will go to the profile.html, correct? So when you click on that link, it is taking you to a new HTML page. Agreed or not?
Yes.
So how to create the link? So if you go to the welcome.html, so hello, welcome to my website, then you said there is a tag called a tag. This is called anchor tag. This tag is called anchor tag. This particular tag is called anchor tag. So this tag A means anchor tag. So using the anchor tag, whenever you use the anchor tag, you can create a hyperlink. So this anchor tag has an attribute called href attribute. This particular tag has an attribute called href. So, and this tag is opened here and this tag is closed here. So in between this tag, you gave these courses. Whatever you gave in between, that will be displayed on the screen. Courses is displayed here, correct? Whatever you gave, that will be displayed, correct? Getting it, everyone? So this is the content you gave in between anchor tag A and A. That's why it is displayed, and in below this you'll get a link. In below that courses content, you'll get a hyperlink. So because you use the anchor tag, so and you're telling when you click on that link, this is the page it has to go. This href attribute is used to take you to a different page when you click on that link. So it is taking you to course.html, correct?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, when you click on that profile link, it is taking you to the profile.html. Whenever you use the anchor tag, tag is opened here and tag is closed here. In between, you have that content. Whenever you click on that link, whenever you click on that profile link, it will take you to profile.html. Whenever you click on courses link, it will take you to course.html. Correct? So that
Yes.
is the use of the anchor tag. I hope everyone understood what is anchor tag and what is href attribute.
Yes, Ram.
So when you click on the course.html, so it will take you to the course.html. So what is there in the course.html? There's a tag called UL tag, UL. There's a tag called UL. UL means unordered list. It's a unordered list. LA tag is a list tag. LA, whenever you use LA tag is the list tag. So it has to be inside the UL tag. The UL tag has to be opened and the UL tag has to be closed. In between this tag only, you should use the list tag. The list tag is opened here, list tag is closed here. List tag is opened here, list tag is closed here. So what is the meaning of list tag? So when you click on the courses, you can clearly see there's a listing. You're listing the courses. There's a dot here, right? This dot is nothing but listing. You're listing the courses, correct?
Yes.
So if you use the li tag, then only you'll get this dot. You'll get this dot when you use the li tag. And remember that whenever you use the li tag, that should be inside the ul tag. The li tag should always be inside the ul tag, the unordered list. Inside the unordered list, you should use the li tag. Unordered list, unordered. So everyone understood what is the meaning of ul tag and what is meant by li tag and what is meant by anchor tag?
Yeah.
Okay. So anchor tag is used to generate the hyperlink, to just create a link. If you want to create a link, you can create a link using the anchor tag. When you click on that link, what should happen can be specified by the href attribute. Can be specified by the href attribute. And one more thing, let us see now. In the login.html, in the login.html, what I'll do is, I told yesterday what is meant by body tag. So body tag is nothing but whatever the things you write inside the body tag, only those things will be displayed on the screen. Correct? All these things will not be displayed on the screen. Only whatever the things you write inside the body tag, only that content will be displayed on the screen. So that means this is the web content. This is the web content that is displayed on the browser. Correct? Which is there in the body tag. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now within the body tag, what I'll write is I'll write h1 tag. There's a tag called h1. So you can say login page. Yes, login page. Okay, let us see what is meant by h1 tag. So let me export it again. Export as a war file. Export as a war file. First web application.war file. Finish. So it has to be, I did not save the resources. Let me save it and let me export it then. So now the files are saved and it is exported. Now I have the latest war file on the desktop. Let me stop the server and let me go and delete the existing war file and the existing folder from the web apps folder. Now let me go and copy that first web application. Copy and so paste it inside the web apps folder. So now you pasted the war file inside the web app folder. Now let me start the server. Server is started. Let me go and hit the URL login.html. So did you see this login page here in the heading? That is the heading. H1 tag is nothing but heading tag. If you want to display something in the bold letters, if you want to display some content on the bold letters, use the not bold letters, heading tag. So I hope everyone knows what is heading in a page. This is the heading, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you look at this HTML file, this is h1 tag is used to create a heading. Okay, so there are different types of headings that you can create. So maybe you can use h2 tag. You can use h2 tag instead of h1 tag. You can use h2 tag, and you can say login page. So, and you can also use the h3 tag, login page. You can also use the h4 tag, login page. So right now I created 4 headings, right? H1, H2, H3, H4. So let me export this as a WAR file in the desktop. So WAR file finish. Let me stop the server. So let me delete the things in the WebApp folder. Shift delete Windows D, and let me copy this. Let me copy this. Copy. Paste it in the WebApp folder. Let me start the server. So server is started. Now let me go and hit the URL from the browser. Let me go and hit the URL from the browser. If you see, this is the H1 tag, and this is the H2 tag, and this is the H3 tag, and this is the H4 tag. It means you can have different types of headings. So if you want H1 type of heading, use this H1 tag. If you want H2 type of heading, so use this particular H2 tag. Getting it? So H1, H2, H3, H4. Did you understand the heading tags? Different types of headings.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what heading you want on the page, you can use that particular tag to give that heading on the page. For example, if you open the Wells Fargo website, you have a lot of headings here. This is not a heading. This is not a heading. Uh, Maybe let me open facebook.com. So let me go here. Okay. So if you look here, there's a heading called sign up heading, right? This is heading, correct? This
Yes.
is a heading, sign up, correct?
Yes.
And this is a radio button. If you look at this is a radio button. This button, radio button, and this is a text field where you can enter some data. This is also a text field where you can enter some data. This is also a text field where you can enter some numbers, correct? This is a password field where you can enter the password. So you know how to create this text field. You know how to create this text field. You know how to create this text field, and you also know how to create a password field, right?
Yes.
And you know how to create a radio button also. Yesterday I told how to create a radio button, and you know how to create this button. It's a submit button, right? Input type equal to submit, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So you know this button, and you know these fields, and you know this heading. Now can't you generate this? Can't you create this web page by yourself? Obviously, you can create this web page by yourself, correct?
Yes.
You can create this. See, this is a text field again. This is a password field again. This is a button again. This is a submit button. Login is a submit button, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a heading. So you can create this web page by yourself. Of course, this alignment and all those things you might not do that, but at least the fields, the elements you can create, the text field element, the password field element, the radio button, everything you can do. But probably you cannot do these alignments. You cannot do these alignments, right? How it is aligned to left side, this thing is aligned to left side, and these things is aligned to right side, correct?
Yes.
These alignments you might not do it, but you can create the fields at least. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I hope everyone understood what is meant by heading.
Yes.
This is a
Yeah.
link. You can create a link also. This is a link. This is a hyperlink, correct?
Yes.
So if you want to see what is the code of this HTML, just click F12, F12 button, F12. This function F12. Okay. So this is the HTML page is here. This is the body, and let me right click here and inspect. Right click on that field and inspect. Here you can see input type equal to text. This particular field, whichever the field you want to inspect, right click on that field. Suppose if you want to inspect this particular field, password field, right click on that field and inspect. Click inspect. It will take you to input type equal to password. This is the code. This is the HTML code which Facebook people have written. Correct?
Yes.
So input type equal to password. So this is what they have written. Suppose if you want to look at this particular field, create a page. Right click on that and click inspect. It's an anchor tag, correct?
Yes.
Anchor tag href. It is telling where when you click on that where it will go, which HTML page it will take you to. It is clearly saying that, correct?
Yes.
So and if you can see there is input type equal to hidden is fine. I didn't tell you about hidden. Input type equal to radio. Let us see input type equal to radio. Right click on this inspect. So you can right click inspect. So input type equal to radio, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is how you can see the HTML content on the screen by using F12 button. F12. So even in our whatever the application I developed, this is the application I developed. This is the application I developed. Let me click on the right click on this and inspect. So it will show me the input type equal to text, name equal to name1. This is the field I have created, right? Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is how you can see the HTML content that is present on the screen. In the browser, if you want to see if it is, what is the HTML code, you can see like this by using F12. So when you click on F12 button, it will open this developer tools. This is called developer tools. This particular window is called, what are the window that is opened below is called developer tools. Developer tools. This developer can use this particular tool to inspect something, to debug some issue. If there's any issue on the screen, if there's anything not coming as per your expectation, then you can debug the things by using this developer tool. When you click on F12, the developer tools will open. Every browser will have developer tools. The Internet Explorer will have developer tools. The Chrome browser will have developer tools. Every browser will have a developer tool. You open the tool and you can debug the things. Getting it? Anyways, you'll understand all
Yeah.
these things going forward. So at this point of time, just try to understand there's a option called developer tool. Okay? So I hope everyone understood what is meant by H2 tag, H1 tag, H3 tag, and H4 tag, and anchor tag, list tag, and all those things. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now what I'll do is instead of creating the table, I'll remove this table. I'll remove the table. So username. I'm removing the table rows and columns, right?
Mm.
Okay. I have a form tag and I have a username. I have a username and password. Correct? And I have a submit button. I don't have a table. Yesterday I told about this and I told what is the problem with this also, correct?
Yes.
I told what is the problem with this. So let me export this as a WAR file. Browse. So first I was using the WAR file. Finish. Okay. Now let me stop the server. Control C. Let me remove the things. Shift delete. So let me copy this. Copy. Let me paste it here. Paste it here. Okay. So let me start the server. Okay, server is started now. Okay, server is started. So now what I'll do is, let me go and check the login.html page. I'm getting username and password in the same line, correct?
Excuse me.
I don't want in the same line. I want it in a different line. Then what I told yesterday, you have to use a break tag. You have to use a break tag, and you can break the line. Did you people remember?
Yes, Ramji.
Yes, Ram.
So when you use the break tag, so you can use multiple line breaks. You can use two break tags. Then you get two lines break, correct?
Yes.
So I'm asking everyone to go through the recording and come to the evening class. Yesterday's recording and today's morning recording. If you people don't go through the recording, it is very simple. I don't teach everything. I'll just skip the topics. I will skip the topics because there is no use. What is the use of telling everything when you people are not practicing it and when you people are not looking at the video? So if you don't come prepared for the class, I will stop teaching all the topics. I will just teach only few things and I'll say that the course is complete. Who will ask me that whether the course is complete or not? I can what are the topics I teach? That those are only the topics. How do you know about the remaining topics? You don't know about the remaining topics also, correct? So you people have to come prepared for the class to learn more things. So as I told about the line break, so you have you can break the lines. Instead of line break, what I can do is I'll keep this username in a div tag. There's a tag called div tag. There's a tag called div tag. I can keep that in a div tag. Okay, I'll write one more div tag for the password field. For the password also, I'll keep in a div tag. For the button also, I'll keep it in a div tag. So right now, this particular username is in one div, password is in another div, and submit button is in another div, right? So let me export this. Export war file. So let me stop the server. So let me remove this. Let me copy that war file. Let me paste it in the web folder. Okay, so let me start the server. Okay, let me go and hit this URL. So did I get any different things? Different, even though I did not use the line break, did I get it in a different lines or not? Because this particular username is in one div, it means that is a division. Div means division. You are dividing the entire page into multiple divisions. So this is the entire page is this is one division, this is another division, this is another division, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm dividing the entire web page into multiple divisions. So earlier I got username and password next to each other. I don't want next to each other. I want the password field below the username field. If I want to achieve that, I can use the div tag. I can divide the entire web page into multiple divisions. The first username is in one division, password is in another division, and submit button is another division. So because they are in multiple divisions, they are not coming next to each other. They're coming in different lines. Correct?
Yes.
Any questions about the div tag?
No, Ramji.
No.
Suppose in the welcome.html page, you want this. Okay, for example, if you want this particular thing in the bold letters, without using the heading tag is a different. Heading tag means it will be, you know what is meant by heading. So generally you use the heading on top of the page, on top of the web page, correct? But in between the web page, if you want to display some information in the bold content, bold means what? BOLD. Bold means what? In the uppercase and which is highlighted thing, right? You can use the tag called B. There's a tag called B for making the content as a bold. So B means bold. So now when you save this file and when you export it as a WAR file, finish. Let me stop the server. So now I have this WAR file. Let me delete this here. Shift delete. Let me copy that and paste it here. So let me run the server. Let me start the server. So let me send the request to login.html. When I click on login, I got this content in a bold content, correct? Hello, welcome to my website, correct or not?
Yes.
Because I kept those things inside a B tag. So that's what I showed you here. For example, in the Facebook site, this is in the bold letters, right? This is something highlighted, correct?
Yes.
So how did you get this? By using B tag. This is also a bold letters, correct? It's a, I think this is a heading, I think. Let me right click on, inspect it. This is H2 heading, right? It's a H2 heading, correct?
Yes.
And let me right click on this close, inspect. This is what? And okay, class is there. Okay. Don't worry about this. What is class and all those things? What is span tag? Because they can apply the styles. They can apply the styles using CSS. There's a technology called CSS, cascading style sheet. So how do you get this blue color? How do you get this yellow color behind the scenes? And how did you get this? How are these alignments happened here? So all these things, all the alignments on the screen, all the alignments on the HTML, all the alignments. See, this thing is aligned to left hand side, and this thing is aligned to right hand side, and these things are. You got some blue color. All these things are possible using CSS. All these things are possible using CSS technology. The technology called CSS, cascading style sheet. So along with HTML, they will use CSS to make these things happen, to make the web page look stylish. All the styles will be applied. All the styles will be applied using CSS. So we are not learning about CSS now. We are just learning about how to create a web page. Correct?
Yes.
So after the completion of this course, I will send the recordings on the CSS for the previous batch, which I told. I will send the recordings on CSS. So then you can, that CSS, HTML, JavaScript, jQuery, all these technologies will come on the front end side, will come on the client side, will come on the UI side. The user interface for the user interface, whichever the screens users looking on the page, users looking in the browser, those things called user interface. All these technologies are UI technologies. HTML technology or CSS technology or JavaScript technology or jQuery technology. All these technologies are UI side technologies. They are UI technologies. But as part of this course, we are learning the server side technologies. We are not learning the UI side technologies, correct?
Yes.
So we are learning what is core Java, we are learning what is Spring, what is Hibernate, what is database, everything on the server side, the backend programs. We are not learning about the front end technologies, correct?
Yes.
So because that particular code, that particular technologies are not designed for this course. For this 3 months course which I was teaching, this 3 months is for only server side, not for the UI side. So I have one more. I mean, I have a batch where I taught all the UI side technologies. Probably I'll send the recordings after the completion of this course. Okay.
Okay,
So
Ramji.
right now, you people have to concentrate only on HTML, because if I want to explain the web applications, you need to know at least HTML. You need to know at least HTML to explain the web applications. Because what will happen on the back end when you enter something and when you click submit, so there must be some backend program that is running, which is taking this username and password and validate the username and password. All those things will happen on the back end, right? So those backend programs we learn. So I did not start those things yet. We are going to learn those things as part of this course. First, if you learn HTML, then I'll talk about the backend programs. Getting it?
Yes.
Okay. So now we learned about the anchor tag, and we also learned about the bold tag. For example, if you want this particular content, see these two things are coming next to this, right? I don't want next to this. So what should I do? I have to just use the line break, correct?
Yes.
Or else I can use the div tag, correct?
Yes.
So after this I'm breaking a line, and after this I'm breaking a line. So these three things will come in different lines. Okay. Now if I want this particular thing in a maybe in a different color, in a red color, for example, so I'll use there's a tag called font tag. Font color is the attribute of the font tag. Color equal to red. Font color equal to red. So font tag is opened here and font tag is closed here. Okay. So this is the bold tag and this is the font tag. So whatever the content that is present inside the font tag, so it will be in the red color. It will be in the red color, correct?
Yes.
And whatever the content that is present in the B tag, that will be bolded. So this is in red color and also in the bold color, in bold, not color, in bold style, correct?
Yes.
Bold means I mean it is highlighted, correct?
Yes.
So for example, if I have another content, this is another content. So this is another content is inside the B tag. So it is still bold, but this is bold plus red color, correct?
Yes.
So let me export as a WAR file. Okay, so let me stop the server. So now let me remove these two things. Copy, paste. Stop. Let me start the server. So bin folder. Oh, I'm sorry. I can directly start it from here, right? Start update batch file. Okay. So server is started. Let me go and hit the URL. Where is our page? I close the page or what? http 10.o.182. First of all, we will login the HTML. So when I click on login, I got this in red color and also in the bold color, correct? In the bold, it's in highlighted color, right? In highlighted, right? Highlighted text. This is a highlighted text, correct or not?
Yes.
And this is also in bold. It is also highlighted, but not in red color, because this entire thing is in B tag, correct?
Yes.
This entire thing is in B tag. This B tag is open here, closed here. This entire thing is in B tag. So, but this particular thing is in red color, and this particular thing is in bold color, bold text. It's highlighted text, correct? This is highlighted plus red color. Any questions here?
No questions.
Everyone?
No.
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 No, Ramji.
So actually what we are trying to understand that in this class, we are trying to understand various HTML tags. I'm trying to explain various HTML tags. Now you learned about the font tag, and the font tag has a attribute called color. Color equal to red. If you say color equal to blue, you'll get a blue color, right? If you say color equal to orange, you'll get a orange color. Whatever the color you give, the color will come there. Okay. So now font color equal orange means this particular field with this particular text is in orange color. For example, if I give font color equal to yellow, font color equal to yellow, and I'll say we should be within the font. Whatever the text that is whatever the content that is within the font tag, that content will be having the yellow color, right? And whatever the content that is within the font tag, that content will be having the orange color. And because this is inside the B tag, this is in the highlighted. Suppose if I remove the B tag, there is no highlight text, correct? The text will not be highlighted. It is just the color, but text will not be highlighted, correct?
Yes.
So, and after this, instead of break, what I'll do is I'll give a div tag. The div tag is open here, and the div tag is closed here. And instead of break, I'll give a div tag. Div tag is open here, and the div tag is closed here. So div has a attribute called align. So if you say div align equal to right, the content will be aligned to the right. When you say div align equal to left, the align equal to center, otherwise your wish. So div align equal to center, the content will be aligned to center. Okay. Whatever the content that is present inside the div tag, that content will be aligned to the center. And whatever the content that is present inside the div tag, that is aligned to the right. Okay. So let me export this WAR file again. So first publication the WAR file, finish. Let me stop the server. Okay. Now let me remove the things from the web apps folder. Web apps. Let me remove this old WAR file and let me replace with the latest WAR file. So Windows D, copy this, and replace with the latest WAR file. Paste it. Start the server. Let me start the server. Okay. So now let me go ahead with the URL login.html. Okay. So I'll click on login button. So this is in orange color and this is in yellow color. This is aligned to left. Sorry, this is aligned to center. The first div is aligned to center. The second div is aligned to right. Correct? Agreed? There are two divs, right? This is the first div
Yeah.
and this is the second div. These two divs are coming. They are coming below each other. But the first div is aligned to center. The second div is aligned to right. That's why the content is aligned to right of the web page and it is aligned to center of the web page. Correct?
Yes.
So that is the meaning of align attribute. Div align. You are aligning this entire division to the right. The entire content is aligned to the right. The entire content in the web page is aligned to the right. The entire content is aligned to the center in the web page. Correct? Center of the web page.
Yes.
Suppose if I want it in everything on the left, maybe you can have left and left. Div align left. Okay, then it will be everything on the left. So did you understand various tags in HTML? For example, there's a tag called paragraph tag. Suppose if I want this in a separate paragraph, there's a p tag is opened here and p tag is closed here. Okay, and I open a paragraph tag, p tag is opened here and p tag is closed here. So this is in one paragraph and the second is in another paragraph. Let us see that. So now I said div ln equal to left and ln equal to left and two paragraph tags, correct?
Yes.
So export as a war file, browse, desktop, finish. Okay, let me stop the server, Control C. So let me delete the things, shift delete, Windows T. So let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, let me start the server. So send the request login.html. So you got username WhatsApp, click login. So this is first paragraph and this is the second paragraph and these two are aligned to left, correct?
Yes.
So paragraph means I hope everyone knows what is paragraph in the textbooks, right? So the paragraph starts with a new line, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's all about the some of the HTML tags. There are so many HTML tags. Okay, let us learn one more tag. There are so many HTML tags. So I'm not going to teach all the HTML tags now because this is not the HTML course. So we are trying to learn how to develop the web pages. Means I want to talk about the back-end programs, not the front-end technologies, right?
Yes.
So I don't explain all tags in HTML. I explain only few tags. Okay, there are so many tags in HTML. You can do anything with the HTML tags. You can display the things on the screen. Getting it? So let us talk about one more tag called, for example, hello, welcome to my website. Just remove this paragraph. I don't require this paragraph. And suppose if you want to display some image, there's a tag called image tag. If you want to display some picture on the screen, so you have to use the image tag. So in the image tag, you don't require this attribute. It's not a mandatory. Just give the source attribute. So and you can close the image. I think image tag doesn't have a closing tag. Yes, image tag doesn't have a closing tag. Just one tag is open. That's all. It need not be closed. Just like input, input is also not required to be closed, right? In the login.html, did I close this input tag? I opened the input tag. Did I close the input tag? I did not close the input tag, correct?
Yes.
Similarly, the image tag is also not required to be closed. Okay. So I have image tag. Just give the source. Suppose take any image from my laptop. My pictures. It will be there in the C drive. Documents. Yeah, pictures folder is there, right? In the pictures folder, there are no pictures. Pictures. No, not pictures. My pictures will be there, right? Where is the my pictures? Documents. No, not my pictures. 1 second. No, there is no my pictures folder.
.jpg.
Sorry?
In the search .jpg files.
No. In every laptop you have a my pictures folder, right? it will have some default pictures. It will have some, every laptop will come with some default pictures, right? I'm looking for that. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any pictures right now in my laptop except my personal pictures. I don't have anything. Okay, if you have a, for example, if you have a picture, for example, this picture, right click, properties. Okay, so just copy this, and go and type this image src equal to C drive desktop slash, give the file name. What is that file name? So image2.jpg, right? Image2.jpg, correct? Image2.jpg, correct? So this is the source. This is the source of a picture. I'm giving the image src equal to this picture. And now when you export it as a war file, and when you place the war file in the server and start the server on the web, when you click on that login, it will come to the welcome page. On the welcome page, you can see that image. You can see that image on the screen. Getting it? So just please try within your laptops so that you can see those images on the screen. Getting it? So this is about the image tag. Any questions?
No questions.
Yeah. So then let's wind up this HTML technology for now. And I'm telling again. So the HTML technology is used to generate the static web pages, correct? Every time you request the HTML file from the server, you will see the same content on the screen. You don't see a different content, right? But for first time when I request the HTML, if I see a different content, next time when I request the HTML, if I see a different content, then it is called dynamic HTML, correct? Then it is called dynamic web page. So, but HTML technology is used to generate the static web pages, not the dynamic web pages. So, how to generate the dynamic web pages? We will learn with the serverless technology. So, that is the next technology that I am going to start in the evening. We are going to start servlets. Okay, we are going to start servlets in the evening class. So don't miss the class. So now you will understand how to generate the dynamic web pages. What are the web pages that you are seeing in the real time? Any website. So you see a dynamic web pages, right? When you log in, you'll see your content. When I log in, I'll see my content. So it's a dynamic content. It's a dynamic pages. Those web pages are dynamic web pages, correct?
Yes.
So let us try to understand how to generate the dynamic web pages using serverless technology. So for completing servlets, I need at least 5 to 6 classes. Okay, at least 5 classes for completing servlets. Okay, so don't miss the classes. After servlets, we have to learn JSPs. So JSPs is also a technology which is used to generate the dynamic web pages. Using JSPs, you can generate the dynamic web pages. Using servlets, you can generate the dynamic web pages. You can use any of this technology to generate the dynamic web pages. Getting it?
Okay.
So we will learn about servlets and JSPs in the coming classes. So don't miss the classes. And even for some unknown reason, for some personal reasons, if you're not able to attend the class, please go through the recording and come to the class. If the reason is really strong reason, then only skip the class. Otherwise, don't skip the class. Okay, for silly reasons, don't skip the class. Again, you don't get a chance to learn these things. I'm telling you again, you'll not get a chance. Once you get a job, you'll be busy with your job. You don't get a time to learn the things. Trust me, you don't get a time to learn the things. This is the only time available for you to learn something. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Bye. So let's meet in the evening at 10 o'clock again. Is it fine? So I mean, I'm open for any timing, but the thing is, I'm giving time for practice. That's all. So I'm open for any timing. Whatever is your convenient time. Let me know. 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. What time you want?
10.
10 is fine with everyone?
Yes, Ramji.
Yes.
It will be 1.5 hour class, so 10 to 11:30. So fine with everyone, right?
Yes, Ramji.
Yes.
Okay, let's meet at 10 o'clock Eastern time in the night. Okay, bye everyone. So I'll send the recording in another 15-20 minutes. So please go through the yesterday's recording and today's recording.
Okay,
See, if
Ramji.
you understand these HTMLs, then only I can explain the servlets. Otherwise, I cannot explain the servlets. Please keep that point in mind. That's the reason I explained HTML. So please go and practice these things. Then it is easy for you to understand servlets. Okay. So bye everyone.